This is the Gods and Queens mod. We'll be covering Astel today. You can check out the Mohg video to see other bosses that have been revised with spells. First, we'll be covering Astel's changes and his remastered in Gods and Queens, using, of course, the Ronnie mod. The Astel fight starts off with a beam, as normal, except the travel time has been reduced. Within this beam, there are orbs that explode. These explosions ever expand and pull the player down to the ground. If you get stuck in any of these, you will not escape. Astel also has a scattered laser attack. It is randomized. It more than likely won't hit you unless you're close range. It is to disperse the player away. The explosions will still ever expand quite a bit. In the next stage of the fight, the orbs go to the sky and start to shoot more lasers. These lasers have half the travel time of the chain starter, which is the first initial beam. These will spawn meteorites that will explode after the secondary orb has spawned. These meteorites will redirect themselves towards the player. The lasers have tracking and will constantly be firing at the player. After the meteorites have triggered, there will be these small orbs that when they collide with the player, they will cause paralysis, but there's a delayed explosion that will only result in paralysis if the player is idle. This fight forces you to move. Astel's fight requires the player to move in either clockwise or counterclockwise, otherwise you will be hit. The chain starter can repeatedly trigger multiple times within a fight. There is a limit to how many orbs can spawn, however, preventing players' game from lagging, and to limit the amount of gravity explosions that are triggered. Astel's fight is not to be messed with. Being idle only results in death, as the lasers and the paralysis will quickly execute the player, along with Astel's melee attacks, such as a grab. Astel also still has his initial large gravity blast that will pull the player upwards. Here's another look at Astel's laser beam that scatters. It leaves a gravity cloud. You have enough indicator that the lasers will trigger. They will constantly target towards the player in a randomized pattern. Rolling is sufficient enough at dodging all lasers. Astel also can create an ever-expanding gravity explosion on himself. This will pull the player down and surely result in death if you're caught in it. Astel is not a melee-friendly boss, but it is possible as his super armor is reduced. Astel will also still teleport, but now with bigger consequences as another scattered laser blast is triggered. During Astel's teleportation, just like in vanilla, he will spawn behind the player and try to grab you. All bosses will gain an electric and black flame indicator that they have been raged. When they are enraged, they gain a damage resistance, a reduction in status application, and 25% increase in damage, along with a quicker super armor and stamina recovery. Potentially one of the hardest bosses in Gods and Queens. Astel will use a larger array of galaxy clouds to trigger the lasers, which are scattering in a larger radius across the map. Astel's teleport will spawn more lasers in second phase, about twice as many lasers, making it harder to dodge. In his enraged second phase, his eye will glow, just like in vanilla, and he'll spawn a galaxy cloud above him. Similar to Hershka Void's attack and Onkai Impact, he'll spawn a series of attacks. These meteorites will fall upon the ground with massive AoE, forcing all users away from Astel. The only way to survive this is either to run behind Astel. The only way to escape this attack is by running away from Astel or hiding behind Astel, which is unlikely due to his teleportation and the small amount of timing. This by far is one of the most dangerous attacks, as the AoEs will pull you into them, forcing death no matter how strong you are. This is Astel, the Naturalborn of the Void, and perhaps one of the most dangerous bosses in Elden Ring. Alright, now we get to playtest the boss. We're gonna have blue feathered branchwood because its defense modifier is higher. I believe in the Mohg video somewhere it's mentioned in text what it does. Brave School Talisman, it's still the same sorcery buff, except now you have FP regen. There'll be a chart provided with the mod that will have talisman changes. Some talismans actually receive new game buffs. We are not on New Game Plus, but I do have a character on stream that will be doing new game buffs. And new game plus is gonna hurt a lot. And this boss, I did nerf his super armor a bit so melee users have an easier time. You're gonna want to do this with a ranged character. There's just no way. This boss, especially since you need it for Ronnie's ending, like, you might as well do it with a sorcerer, and it is a bullet hell mod after all. Melee is still currently under heavy testing, because mostly sorceries and incantations are usable in this mod. However, arrows and crossbows have been completely overhauled. Yeah, we died. I got hit by the scatter laser attack. But between Malenia, Radagon, Astel has been the absolute biggest pain in my butt. And I'm going to do a video on Malenia potentially next, or Radagon. I accidentally left my VTuber avatar active in the cinematic. I apologize. We're gonna keep that though. Usually I have it disabled. I think for Mohg I did, so I do apologize. You can put in the comments you prefer no avatar during cinematic or avatar during cinematic fight breakdown. So Stars of Rune's probably one of the most powerful spells in this mod, although it does have a hit issue, and I think I might nerf its accuracy also. It might be a little weaker. I think one of its projectiles counts as a final chain attack also. So talismans do weird things with magic now. You can see how stamina is kind of an issue. Wow, I already broke his poise. If I get hit by the paralysis, this is attempt 2. Yeah, so, oh, I got thrown. Alright, yeah, I'm running. I'm gonna run. Nope, I'm dead. I got hit. Oh, jeez. Nope, I'm dead. I got thrown. How am I alive? Oh, because of the blue tail. Yeah, the reason why you get thrown is so, like, melee users and stuff don't immediately die. Because getting thrown, it won't do any damage, you just get flung across the map. They'll give you another chance, although it's a little bit randomized. And the end of that laser does trigger an explosion, so you don't want to be anywhere near the tip. You can see how the lasers actually have movement speed, they're not instant, so you have time to dodge them. Yeah, I'm dead again. I can't do Fia's Mist like what I did with Mohg. I don't think it'll reach him. It actually does reach him, but we're gonna... Why did I do that? Well, I actually got saved. Because if you don't position yourself correctly, you're gonna fail. We're gonna super armor break him, which means I might change what I'm doing. Or Stars of Rune can do it justice here. I think there needs to be a nerf or something. Oh. I don't know what his recovery is. This doesn't look like that many attempts on the video. I'm just gonna tell you I've probably died over 100 times testing this boss, if not 200 times. This might be really easy looking because it's like, oh, it just has these couple attacks. You just gotta run in one direction. You just gotta dodge. Oh, yeah, I think it's safe to say we're dead. And I poise broke him in the middle of that too, if only as a second earlier. Amazur's kind of cool. If they're closer to you, it does more damage. It has like the secondary beam. Let's see, can we kill him doing this? Oh, is it hitting him? Oh, I think the beam missed him. Nah, I'm dead. Bosses literally will have double the life. New game 7, it's times 10 life. Now their damage increase is minimal because you're not meant to just, I mean, it still increases, but it's pretty minimal. I am dead. This does so much damage. Alright, so yeah, Gravity Well has some high poise damage, but it is sporadic. We're gonna use this to maybe take out the boss. Whoa. Astel. I don't think Astel's feeling okay. Let's not charge our attack. Well, it helps because I have extra super armor damage. Alright, yeah, this is the part where you have to roll. I failed. Look how close he is to dying. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, you can't even one-shot him. He'll teleport before you can kill him. Right, he's gonna do the meteorite, so we have to run. I got stuck in the explosion. Now the weapon you get from Astel, both weapons that you get are actually incredibly useful. Alright, so you got that nebula attack, right? They all explode, they do damage, and then it shoots a laser. Ah. And then it triggers explosions. Ah. And look at that. It does some serious poise damage. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not. Okay, it's not fine. I'm running. Maybe we're just gonna do this. Oh jeez. I am not letting him survive. No. I've done it. And I still died in the process. He's still being balanced. We'll see how he works in New Game Plus. If you like this content and you'd like to watch more, leave a comment down below, subscribe, look at the links in the description. You can find my Twitch, you can find the link to the Mohg video, and there will be more announcements regarding this mod on my Twitter. Have a good rest of your day and enjoy.